How did the cultural and historical context shape the music of jazz legends? If you are curious about how the cultural and historical context influenced the music of jazz legends, you are about to uncover a fascinating story. Let us explore how the unique blend of cultures, social changes, and historical events shaped this iconic genre. Jazz originated in the African American communities of New Orleans in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. This city was a melting pot of different musical traditions, including blues, ragtime, European harmony, and African rhythmic rituals. Musicians like Buddy Bolden and Jelly Roll Morton drew from these diverse influences to create a new sound. The cultural context of New Orleans was crucial. Here, African slaves could maintain elements of their culture, such as playing drums and practicing voodoo. These traditions merged with European music forms, like marches and quadrilles, to form the foundation of jazz. The city's red light district, Storyville, became a hub for jazz, with musicians performing in bars and brothels. Historical events also played a significant role. The U.S. Navy's shutdown of Storyville in 1917 led to a migration of jazz musicians to other cities, particularly Chicago and New York. This migration spread jazz across the country and facilitated further cultural hybridity. For instance, the original Dixieland Jazz Band, an all-white group, recorded the first commercial jazz record in 1917, introducing jazz to a broader audience. Social changes were equally important. Jazz helped bridge racial divides during a time of significant segregation. Benny Goodman, known as the King of Swing, hired African American musicians like Teddy Wilson, Lionel Hampton, and Charlie Christian to join his band. This integration marked a significant cultural shift, as it was one of the first times black musicians performed with white bands on stage. The rise of Louis Armstrong is another example of how cultural and historical context shaped jazz. Armstrong's talent transcended racial barriers, making him a global icon. His music and charisma helped pave the way for civil rights, showing that excellence knew no color. The Harlem Renaissance in the 1920s further solidified jazz as a central part of African American culture. This movement saw a surge in creative expression, with jazz being a key component. However, not all African Americans were fans of jazz. Some, like W.E.B. Du Bois, preferred European classical music. Jazz also faced opposition due to its association with brothels and its perceived immorality. Critics saw it as the devil's music, but this only fueled its popularity among young people who were drawn to its energy and freedom. As jazz evolved, it incorporated various styles and influences. From the swing and big bands of the 1930s to the bebop and cool jazz of the 1940s, each era reflected the changing social and cultural landscape. The civil rights movement and the integration of society further influenced the music, making it a powerful tool for social change. In summary, the cultural and historical context of jazz was a rich tapestry of musical traditions, social changes, and historical events. These factors combined to shape the music of jazz legends, making jazz not just a genre, but a reflection of the times in which it was born.